2005, 4,767 immigrants. 2006, 31,681 immigrants. 2007, 12,478 immigrants. 2008, 9,181 immigrants. 2009, 2,246 immigrants. 2010, 196 immigrants. 2011, 340 immigrants. 2012, 173 immigrants. 2013, 196 immigrants. 2014, 46 immigrants. 2015, 4,232 immigrants. In total, 65,536 immigrants. How many people died or are dying trying to escape from their countries? There are a lot of people who die every month trying to reach the Canary Islands. Thousands of lives have been lost during the last 10 years. This is a problem we should solve, and that concerns me. These people only want to live without being persecuted by the government, in a place where there is no war. Live in freedom and live without any preoccupation. But what is really happening in those countries to make people to emigrate to another country? How affects war to those people? Insecurity is the most important. Insecurity makes people to decide to stay or leave. Insecurity is the reason of many deaths, and it doesn't help to the growth of those countries. Demographically, it is a big problem due to the migration of young people in search of freedom and work. In the majority of those countries, there are a large number of old people living there. They can't work and they can't earn money, and the development of those countries doesn't exist. Due to war, to live in an insecure place is impossible, and it is why war affects a lot of citizens. Does government have an influence of immigration? Yes, it has. Nowadays, the political situation in Mali, Senegal, Gambia, it is very irregular, and usually governments are corrupted. All the money that they receive for human development, usually the governments take more than half. They only think on themselves and not on the people who are dying because of diseases. People live due to government. Everybody who works for the government is usually corrupted. In those countries, it is quite impossible to trust on someone. Corruption makes war and not peace. Corruption destroys lives. Corruption is shameless. Finally, the most important reason for me is poverty. Poverty defined as the situation of being poor. People who live in those countries is always dreaming to travel to another country, but they are not conscious what can happen during this journey. If they don't have anything in life, what can they lose? They only can lose their life. But if they stay in their countries, they can also die. They can die of malnourishment. They can die of diseases and also killed by the war that is happening. Thousands of lives have been lost in the last 10 years. War, poverty, corruption are the main causes. Let's say no to war. Let's say no to poverty. Let's say no to corruption. Let's say no to immigration. It's time to begin to fight for making peace and not war. It's time to fight for the rights of those people who die every month trying to cruise hundreds of kilometers by dinghy to reach the Canary Islands. It's time to fight for no immigration. No human being is illegal. Elie Wiesel.